Jan Crawford is our chief legal correspondent. And Jan, it all began on a cold night in January when all three branches were gathered under one roof.
That's exactly right, Katie. The president threw the first verbal punch. In his State of the Union speech, he broke with tradition and lashed out at the Supreme Court for its recent decision that said corporations and unions could spend unlimited money on political ads.
With all due deference to separation of powers, last week the Supreme Court reversed a century of law that I believe will open the floodgates for special interests, including foreign corporations, to spend without limit in our elections.
Justice Alito, also breaking with tradition, mouthed his disagreement. Yesterday, the Chief Justice, responding to a student's question at the University of Alabama Law School, answered back.
The image of having the members of one branch of government standing up, literally surrounding the Supreme Court, cheering and hollering, while the court, according to the requirements of protocol, has to sit there expressionless, I think is very troubling. To the extent the State of the Union has degenerated into a political pep rally, I'm not sure why we're there.
But today, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid made it personal. Do you think John Roberts knows or cares how people get elected? And he said the court is out of touch. I think we've had enough of them. I think what we need are people on that bench who have been legislators, people who are lawyers, people who are academics. Now, these exchanges are extraordinary, but I think most Americans would not agree with Senator Reid's point that what the Supreme Court needs is legislators as justices. The court is one of the most respected institutions. It's got 61% approval ratings. Congress's approval ratings are now at 15%. Katie?
And Jan, I know this is unprecedented, but it also seems so, unseemly.
Oh, Katie, I mean, to have this kind of real-time back and forth exchanges between the president, the majority leader, and the chief justice is incredibly unusual and rare. You just don't see this kind of thing happen. Now, legal experts said the chief justice was not really out of line. He said he had no problem with President Obama criticizing the court, but it was just the venue that he was taking issue with.
All right.
Katie?
Jan Crawford at the Supreme Court tonight. Jan, thanks so much.